Alrighty, good morning, everyone. I am joined once again by Kerri Einarson, Canadian skip, recently from the Scotties, and going on to the World Championships in Calgary, March 14th to 22nd. I just confirmed those dates on my Wikipedia page. No, I'm just
They're
on the
correct.
internet, yes, and the Grand Slam of curling, which was here in Steinbach, and again, unique situation for you because it was the first time you had curled in your home province in about 5, 6 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been 6 years since I got to curl in Manitoba. So yeah, it was pretty special and it was a packed barn, so that's always exciting.
Yeah. So, what were kind of your initial thoughts of Steinbach? And again, when Michelle was quoted on the news as saying it was a learning experience for the community. And then just kind of being there, I was there for the 11:30 draw on the Tuesday and couldn't believe how many people were there. And I don't think they were kind of blowing smoke. I think they were genuinely impressed with the attendance and the atmosphere and everything else. But you were on the ice, so
Yeah, it was amazing. It's such a beautiful facility, and to have been able to play in there, and for Manitoba to finally host a Grand Slam event after so many years of not being able to have a facility for it, and to finally have that, it's pretty special. And like there was a few things that needed to be tweaked because it's the first time having a Grand Slam and in Manitoba, and but everything seemed to run pretty smoothly. And the stands were packed, and a whole bunch of my family and my friends came, and
Mhm.
you know even made the trek in the crazy ice storm we had. So that was it was nice to still see the fans in the stands.
Yes, and I can confirm the ice storm. I was on my way to Rosenort that morning for a game, and once we hit past Santa Gath, the windshield wiper fluid was going. My wife goes, "You're gonna run out." I'm like, "Well, I can't see, so I just got to keep going." So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know, and everything. A few of my friends are sending me videos of their vehicles, like they had the heat on high, trying to melt the ice off the windshield, but the windows were down because it was so hot in their vehicle.
but that's
Yeah,
but
the
that's what
things
makes
that you're
Manitoba special.
doing to come cheer us on at the Grand Slam. So that's pretty special.
Right, and then you guys had the later draw in the women's final there at the 3:30 draw, and I was able to watch that one on television, and quite the match. And again, you look at the names that were here. It was like I always say to people, "Well, we ain't in Kansas anymore, Toto." Like it's pretty impressive, and that sort of thing. And again. Yeah, quite the match, and you went toe to toe there with
Hmm.
Switzerland and everything else. And what kind of goes through your mind? Obviously, you've played in some high pressure situations, but how did you kind of? Is there something different between the Grand Slam versus the Scotties?
Yeah, I think you bring a little more intensity, obviously, in the Scotties. Like you want to get to the world stage. But I treat every event basically the same. Like we want to go out there and win every game and win the event. Like we have our goals set. And that week, we just wanted to go out there and perform well and have fun and embrace the crowd. And that is something that we did. And, we're really focusing on consistency going into the Scotties. So I think that was a really good prep for us leading into the Scotties.
So with the Scotties, there you're playing Laws in the championship, and again, quite the match, and two Manitobans going head to head, and that shot there you had on the raise to go into the center. Again,
Hmm.
don't know all the terminology, but I know what I saw, and it was reminiscence of the Jones shot in 2005. Um, again, quite the moment, quite the drama there in Mississauga that night.
Yeah, that game was going back and forth. And, I just thought to myself, stay patient, Kerri, stay with it. And, that end wasn't unfolding well for us. But
Mhm.
I knew after Val's our first shot, I might have to play this. So I was kind of eyeing it up the whole entire time, and almost Caitlin made her last one a little too perfect for me because then you always want to leave your opponent two options because when they have just that one shot, 95% of the time they're going to make it, and so it's I lined it up and I threw it as soon as I released it. I knew it was close, and yeah, it was called great, swept great. So yeah, just pumped up my team right after that. You could see after Carly's celebration, she was like excited. And I just went up to him. I was like, we're winning this. Let's go. Let's make 8 good ones here and let's finish this off. And they were all pretty pumped. And we made 8 perfect shots. And yeah, it was a great end.
And that's kind of the role of a skip too. Like it's not just that you're throwing last rock, and some skips don't throw last rock. But it's kind of to rally the troops and then get everybody in that mindset, right? And we've seen that, with Laws, being on the Jones team now being skipped. There is a bit of that transition. Is that something that you consistently have to prep yourself with the team, or they kind of know what step you're going with?
Yeah, I think just bringing that little bit of fire and energy in me really helps bring out the best in everyone and really pumps everyone up and just being an all around supportive and good leader out there. And that's really something that I always want to bring to my team and just be supportive and make sure I can make those clutch shots when we need them.
It's good. I know for me, I'm always pacing whatever when I see that, and that's just in my nature and that sort of thing. And yeah, it makes for great television, no doubt.
I know I like to keep everyone on the edge of their seats. I never do anything the easy way.
Yeah, yes, absolutely, and yeah, and then there's been some stuff going around with some of your, you know, how you do that on the ice, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. It's so good. And then I was at, just as a bit of an aside, I was at the karaoke night on the Saturday at the Grand Slam, and you had just beaten Holman to go to the finals there, and yeah, and any future in the singing karaoke business?
I performed up there a couple times, but I'm not the best at it, so I'll stay in the crowd.
Well, here I thought it was like okay,
Uh,
I thought it was gonna be like the fans doing karaoke, so I was like
mhm.
I was all ready to kind of go, and I was gonna do I don't know Back in Black by AC/DC. I don't know. And then, it was kind of neat to see that other
Mhm.
side of the curlers, right? And again, seeing personality, right? Like from curlers. I think that's refreshing in today's day and age.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to show the fun and exciting side to us, like um we we're we're normal people and
Mhm.
like we're intense on the ice and it may come across as we're either mean, we don't smile enough. We're out there to do a job
Yeah.
and a job that we love to do. And it's sometimes when someone's struggling, you're not gonna or like if I'm struggling, I'm not going to be smiling and laughing. And, like I want to make my shots and help my team. And then I try to like lighten up a little bit. And, I'm just very hard on myself. So it's nice to be able to let loose and get to see the other side of us.
Yeah, most definitely, right? And the cameras are kind of on, especially when Sportsnet comes to Steinbach. I had a guy from North Battleford, Daryl. I know you'll be watching. Uh, what's those Christmas trees? That's why they're at the Bethesda Hospital. Oh, you guys got a beautiful town. It kind of. Oh, this ain't a bad place to live. And it's so refreshing that it's gonna come back to Steinbach, whether it's the Grand Slam, the provincials, or maybe I would dare say the Scotties. I mean, it's gonna the future's bright for Canadian curling in Manitoba, and in particular Steinbach. I'll pump my own tires here because I've been here for 17 years.
Yeah.
Uh,
No,
that,
Steinbach has grown so much over the years. It's crazy. We just went there last year and it was like, I'd say 10 years before I've been there.
okay.
And yeah, last year my girls were curling there. So it has grown so much. We drove in, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is amazing. So it was so nice to see a beautiful facility attached to the curling rink and super easy to be able to even like for us, we were playing, but then walking over to go practice. So that was
Right.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Uh, how was the, sorry, I kid a bit, but how was the parking?
Oh, the parking's a little chaotic.
Yeah.
They had some parking for the players,
Yes.
and unfortunately, that was being taken over because it wasn't monitored. I was like, they don't look like curlers, but
Right, right.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
as long
okay.
as you don't get towed, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's all good. So you have a bit of time off now. Less than 30 days
Mhm.
before the World Curling Championships in Calgary. What's kind of your prep until then?
Yeah, we're definitely doing a lot of practicing. I've been throwing here in Gimli basically every day and traveling into the city to practice with the other girls. And Val's flying in on Thursday, so we're going to have some really good team practices before we head out to Calgary. And we're leaving a few days early, so then we can have a couple training days too.
Most definitely, right? And again, it's it's exciting because again, I go back to when you won in Moose Jaw there, and then we all know what happened, right? So again, to have this opportunity right at the doorstep again is exciting. Um, so yeah, so what's the kind of the excitement level for the team? Obviously, maybe a dumb question, but
Yeah, of course we're very excited. You know, it's always an honor and a privilege to be able to wear the maple leaf on your back, and you never take it for granted. So we're very excited to have that opportunity again. And yeah, back in Calgary, we're very familiar with that place. So yeah, this time we're not staying at the hotel though. We got an Airbnb. You know, change it up a little.
okay. So that's you know what? I was kind of wondering where everybody was staying for the Grand Slam. I heard some people were staying at Airbnb, so they do exist all over the place. So that's good. If you
Yeah.
feel comfortable and that breeds success, that's awesome and great to hear. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what more I have because I've gone through a bunch before, but I always like to bring. I had the Providence women's basketball coach on last night because he won Coach of the Year. They won their championship, so I always like to kind of do the follow up and that sort of thing. But out of this, what do you kind of hope that's going to be kind of for the future again for you?
Yeah. Like I think our main focus is just going out there and embracing it and having fun. That's
Mhm.
what brings out the best in all of us. So just going out there and enjoying it you know, um, and see what happens at the end of the week. And it's a long, grueling week. So we got to make sure we're getting our rest and recovery before and even during the event. So it's going to be there's a lot of games. You play 12 round robin games, so it's crazy, but yeah, a lot of friends and family are coming out for the world, so we're very excited for that. And it's in Canada, so it's pretty special. And yeah, the last time I think it was during COVID when we had it in Canada. So yeah, it was pretty quiet in there in the bubble. And then while we had it also in Prince George.
Yes.
But it was also still during COVID, so a lot of stuff was still happening. So it'll be nice to not deal with that.
Yeah, that was kind of the elephant in the room, so to speak. And yeah, it'll be nice. Everybody can be open and it can be all, like kind of free flowing and come and go as you please. Yes, I agree. Embracing the opportunity, and again. if anything, you guys are an hour behind now, so it'll be fine
Yeah, that's true.
instead of this, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch Brad Jacobs or something.
Yeah. The time change is always difficult.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. So, yeah, it's exciting times for you. Again, thanks for wanting to come on again and just kind of do a quick recap. But I do really appreciate it, Kerri, for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, most definitely. And hey, we can always do this again. I do appreciate it. And yeah, have a great day and all the best in Calgary.
Thank you so much. See you.
Yeah, see you.